Hi everyone out there, welcome to Lois' Southern Kitchen. I've been a busy girl today, but I just wanted to tell you, St. Patty's Day, I have so much cabbage that my husband's client has brought. He brought last week a whole sack, a big burlap sack. Look how big these cabbages are. Anyhow, I went to the gym today and there's a little place over there I get my smoothies. And last week I had a half a bag left. I had given a gentleman that works there a couple of heads. He said he likes cabbage and he'd take some, so I gave him some. And cause no way I can prepare that many dishes with two or three people. So anyhow, I went by the day and gave him a half a bag because he feeds the homeless, and so his mother cooks for the homeless. So I thought, well, how good is that? So I got last night my husband brought another bag of cabbage home. Let me see if I can do my see it over there in the corner. Also some onions. Anyhow, he brought this home. And so today I thought, well, what am I going to fix with this cabbage? I've got a roast in the crock pot cooking with potatoes and carrots overnight with onions. And I said, well, what can I fix? So I'm going to I probably made this before, but these cabbages are big. So, the ingredients are, you have to kind of guess at it and taste as you go. And I like to taste my food, believe me, before I, finish with it if it's where I can. But anyhow, I've already, let me move the tripod out a little bit more so you can see me. It out a little bit further. I believe in getting things ready and prepared, and so I went ahead on these big cabbages, and I went ahead and chopped it up and put it in the food processor. So I've already added all this cabbage, and I used 6 ounces of baby carrots in this. So I've already ran the 6 ounce baby carrots into the food processor with 2 jalapeno to go in it, because this is going to be, Jalapeño Slaw. I like spice. Who doesn't like spice? There's a lot of people who can't eat it, but I like it. But anyway, and also 2 medium onions. I've already chopped that up in the food processor, and I've got it all in this big bowl. I love my big bowl. And so I'll be using some products you might see. I don't have any copyrights. I always say, don't have any copyrights. But I'm going to give a few people to get online so you'll have time to get on and see what I'm doing. Hi, Donna. My husband, he brought home, last week a client had brought these cabbage. Look how big this cabbage is. It's huge. He brought home a whole burlap sack, and I gave some neighbors and people, I'm at the gym, and I was just saying a few minutes ago that when I went to the gym this morning, I went over to get a smoothie, and last week I gave this gentleman that works there 2 cabbages. He said he prepares food for the homeless. So I had a half a bag of cabbage, even though I made a cabbage lasagna last week and stuffed cabbage. Anyhow, I went ahead and gave a half a bag to give to the homeless. So I still have a big burlap bag. Look over here in the corner and you'll see it. Hey Kathy, see that big bag of cabbage? And them onions, mine were all a huge bag, burlap bag. This client's been so sweet to bring all this to him, but look how big. As big as a basketball almost. Anyhow, I am making jalapeno coleslaw for dinner to go with the roast I put in the crock pot last night. And with carrots and potatoes and onions. So I said, what will I do with that cabbage? So today, I am going to make a no family thing out there. I think it goes way back to our grandmother, mother, and my brothers and sisters. We all fix it, but we fix it different a little bit. Everybody's slaw tastes different regardless. So you might use the same ingredients, but it's all different. But what I've done, I already ran my, that big head of cabbage. All of them are about the same. Through the food processor, and I added 6 ounces of baby carrots through the food processor, and 2 jalapeno peppers, I want some kick to it, so I put 2 in it instead of 1. So I'm hoping, because I don't want to get too hot, and so I've got that in there and 2 medium onions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm using, look how beautiful this tomato is. I get my produce at Coastal Produce right up the street from me for that fresh produce. So I am going to dice a tomato to go in there with all that, because I love tomatoes in mine. And I think my family does too, back home in Georgia. So I'm going to dice this all up, put it in there. We usually do this, 2 or 3 of us will bring it for family reunion. We're due for one of those, by the way. Don't you think? I see some relatives out there looking too. We're past due for our family reunion. It's been many years now since we had one. I don't know why. The pandemic probably slowed down a lot of things. But I'm going to put a medium tomato in this. I already got 2 jalapenos, good sized ones. Almost medium to large, this size, if you're just joining me. And I got a big head of cabbage, like I said, as big as a basketball. I've got a bunch of these. Anyhow, I'm gonna, I've got 2 medium onions in that, so I'm gonna put a good, delicious tomato. And this is, to me, like, I don't know where they're getting them right now, but I had one for my lunch today, a tomato sandwich. And it was so good. Anyhow, got that in there. Got all my veggies in here. Cabbage, jalapenos, carrots, tomatoes, and onions. That's all in there. And so right now, I'm gonna start off. You know me, I like to taste my food as I go. I'm gonna add almost a tablespoon of salt, because I don't like a lot of salt. It's not good for you. Too much sodium is not good for anybody. But anyhow, I'm gonna start with a half a Mother's Nature vinegar. Because I will taste this, because it's gonna taste as, I forgot to take my mayonnaise out of the refrigerator. Let's go get it. And gotta have my mayonnaise. But I don't have any copyrights, but I tell you, I love this Duke's mayonnaise. That's my favorite. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite. I can't change. I've tried all the others. I like them okay. But when you get used to a certain brand, you just like it. And who's joining me right now? I see some. I am making Jalapeño Slaw. I said that will go good for St. Patty's Day, or cabbage goes good. I don't know what you're going to be making, but I got so, see these cabbage, I still get tickled over it. My husband's client gave him a whole burlap sack last week. And it's over there in the corner, let me show you. It's a big burlap sack. He brought home another one. So I gave half to the homeless today, lady that cooks for the homeless. And I need another spoon. You never have everything you need, so let me go over here. And what I'm gonna do, got a good sized spoon here. And I'm gonna start, like I said, I'm gonna start with 1 heaping, 2 heapings. As you know me, I try my food. And also, I've already put almost a tablespoon of salt. I'm gonna do that with the pepper. But I'll probably end up putting more, because I always like my stuff just right, and I have to taste it. And that means I'm gonna have to get some spoons out so I can taste it. Anyhow, I thought, well, this will go good with my pot roast tonight, with potatoes and carrots. And oh, by the way, last week I didn't do a live video, but I posted some pictures. I made a lasagna up out of cabbage. I layered it, and it turned out really yummy. And I also made stuffed cabbage with ground beef. I didn't use sausage, but you can use all kinds of stuff. I think I'm gonna I've made this cabbage soup before. I think I'm gonna make the cabbage soup. I don't know this. Probably be this week. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But mix all this up together. Now I have put half a cup of Mother Nature vinegar in here too. I'm gonna probably have to add more. This is a big bowl of slaw I'm making because these cabbage, they're so big. Hi, Betty. I wish I could spend some time with you. It's good to see you on here. You're a good friend to me. I just don't get to see everybody back home. When I visit, it's hard. I do good to see my family. There's so many of them. And I mean, everybody's busy. And so it's sad, but that's the way the world is. We work. People have to work these days. And you know, it's just hard to get together, unless you're close. And everybody, they live pretty close. It's not that far away. Let me check it out. Everybody's busy. I can tell. I'm going to get me some spoons. I got to taste. Be right back. Because this girl, she's got to have it right. And I tell you, it's looking mighty good. And this will last for a while. You can take this slaw and eat it with all kinds of things. Who doesn't like a good old slaw dog? I know I do. I like me a good hot dog with slaw on it. And this jalapeno, it gives it a good kick. It's jalapeno slaw. Them tomatoes look good. You know what? I need a little bit more Mother's Nature in this. I'll use all of it. Not quite half a cup. So that's what makes it good. And also I need some more heapings of mayonnaise. And I don't know about you. When I got something this big I'm working with, that's a big cabbage. I'm not used to having a cabbage that size. When this marinates, you know, the vinegar and the mayonnaise, the peppers and the tomatoes for a couple of hours. Oh, wow. Even the next day is so good. Because, you know it marinates. It sets in that vinegar and all, and you know it tastes good. And so, need some more black pepper. This girl likes spice. And you know what? I could have probably put another jalapeno pepper in this. Because to me, it don't have enough kick. And I might just go back and add it after I'm through with this. Put 3 in there. This goes, you know, good with beans. Like if you're making beans, black-eyed peas or pinto beans or green beans. Nothing like this jalapeno slaw with it with some good cornbread. Wow. You can tell this girl was brought up on good Southern food. I'm using another spoon. I'm going to use a separate one. You know what I'm going to do to this? I think my cabbage, it's got a little bit, they're so big, I don't know. It's got a little bitter taste to it a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little sugar to it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my granulated sugar. It's not that Mother Nature. It's just a different taste that I don't like in it. But like I said, that's a big, that's a big, I'll put a tablespoon first in there. See if that'll do it. Have a cook. I don't know about you, I just gotta have it just right. The flavor. I remember my mother, she's the same way. She'd be making her slaw, and she'd get her spoons out. She'd taste it, and she'd say, oh, it needs this, it needs that. And I'm the same way when I make her mustard-based potato salad like she used to make. I do the same thing over and over so it's right. No. That made a difference. That made a big difference. I think I'm gonna add one more tablespoon of sugar to it because I like a little. If the cabbage is very strong, and I guess with this cabbage, it's being so big, huge. I haven't used a cabbage this big in a long time until I got these big bags of cabbage. But they asked me this morning, some friends at the gym says, I don't know how in the world you stay slim. And I'd be so big, they said, I eat like that. I told them, I said, well, we eat all that I fixed last night. It was on the videos on there. I made fried green tomatoes and stuffed peppers and fresh squash. But I don't eat a lot during the day. So I try to watch my portions, but I'm not going to tell you I don't eat. My husband said last night, we devoured that whole dozen of Krispy Kreme glazed donuts. I had eaten, well, all together during the day, I had eaten 4. And I can't be around that. If they're here, I'll eat them. And who doesn't like Krispy Kreme? Hi, Wayne and Vicky. Miss y'all. But anyway, I'm making jalapeno slaw, if you're just jumping on. What I did is, Asby's client gave us a burlap sack full of cabbage last week, big as a basketball, almost this bigger than my head. Anyhow, I gave him that, and he came home, and I had just burnt my squash. I was really upset at my squash, but anyway, he come in with that big. I thought, oh my God! And I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that. But I gave my neighbors and some people with it. But anyhow, yesterday he brought another bag home. So half of that cabbage so far, I got a new bag. The half of the cabbage has gone to the lady or the man that his mother cooks for the homeless. And I said, well, God just blesses. I said, it's good to be able to do that. So you know, I got to thinking the way everything's going on in the world, we might have to start buying us some food up. The gasoline and everything affects the businesses. We need to really pray about that because you think about it, all our farmers and everybody's going to be affected by it. You think about it. And I'm not a person that's dramatic, but it's truth's the truth. And so we need to really think about it. I said if I had a cellar, no such thing down in Charleston as a cellar. But anyhow, I'd be putting me some food away. I don't worry about it, that kind of stuff too much. I'm just being funny. Okay. I've got it down. And look at this. Isn't this pretty? Look at this slaw. It tastes good too. That's going to be a wonderful side. And there's enough for days that we can have throughout St. Patty's Day. Whatever I fix, we'll have enough. But I think I'm going to add, I had put 2 jalapeno peppers in this. And it's got tomatoes in it. And 6 ounces of carrots through the food processor. And the 2 jalapenos. And a big head of cabbage. A cup of Mother's Nature vinegar. And the cabbage was strong. I put a little sugar, and I put 2 tablespoons of sugar in there, just to take some of the cabbage just had a little bit of a taste I didn't like, and now it's fine. It's probably because it's so big. It's just a big cabbage, and but now it's just perfect. So I thank y'all. Let me say hello to you, Betty, Wayne, Vicky, Donna, all you others out there. Thank you for joining me. I don't announce anything in advance, and I know people are working some during the day, but I enjoy this. Not making any money on it yet. Hopefully, you never know. I hope to, but you never know. I just enjoy it, and so I hope y'all have a good evening. Rest of the afternoon good, and I hope to post some more videos soon. Have a good afternoon. Bye.